I was lucky enough to know Tina because of this lovely lady here. And my association with her, the phrase that comes to mind is joie de vivre. Just, I picture her at Jesse's house, on the back patio, laughing, smiling, eating, nibbling, sipping, and surrounded with laughter and friends. And I feel lucky that I got to have those interactions with her, and being here and seeing all the people that are remembering and celebrating. It just makes me think about the kind of life that I want to live, and I'm so appreciative for that. So, yeah, we'll miss you, Tina.
We're doing dress-up tennis in Tina's honor because
Of course.
because things aren't, yeah, hot pants. The first time I met Tina, I thought that I couldn't be friends with her because she was too much. She was too loud. She came striding across the garden to this meeting that we were doing for volunteers, and she was wearing this amazing tall leather boots and this patchwork skirt, and she was just all hair, and she says, "Let me tell you what I can do. I can organize people." And my instinct was to just turn away and walk away. And happily I didn't, because she didn't let me. She dragged me over to her house, and she sat me on this giant opium bed that was in her living room, and she brought out cigarettes and smoked salmon or something kind of disgusting, but kind of awesome, on this big inlaid tray. And 2 hours later, we were best friends. And that was it. And she has made my life immeasurably more fun and more beautiful since then. And everything I know about showing up, personally, overcoming all that kind of, when you feel like your heart's turned into a moldy little prune and you're just going to stay at home and feel kind of pissy about your best friend or whatever. Fuck that. Then Tina would show up and be like, "Let's go to West Texas," or whatever. And your moldy little prune of a heart would bloom into a flower. And will live with her every day of my life. And I'm grateful. Period.
Tina, being here today was formative for me. You touched so many people's hearts, and I remember meeting you probably about 7 to 8 years ago at a Stitch and Bitch, and I don't remember if the Stitch and Bitch was at Liliana's house or Jessica's, but through that, your personality just reached out to me. We connected multiple times at Jeremiah's over Thanksgiving, but and we are both May birthday girls. What I learned from you was I'm so terribly shy, and I often don't know how to, I'm so concerned about what people think of me, and you just let it happen. And through that, your grace and your honesty and your energy connected so many people, and I'm so happy to have been one of your friends. And I wish you angel's wings, as I know that they are there today. So that's all I have to say.
I'm Monique, and I have known Tina, I feels like forever. And this is Leslie, and she's here for moral support. Because I'm really bad. I'm trying to channel my inner Tina, which Tina has been in my life as long as I can remember. And I have to say that when I heard she died, I was like, how am I going to remember my life? Because she's such an integral part of it. And I just looked through all of those books of pictures that she took, and all these things I'd completely forgotten were there. And it was her gift to me that she was so amazing that she could actually put pictures in a book, because none of us can do that.
Tell her about Tina and Monique lived together when Monique was having her first baby.
Tina was my bridesmaid twice. I read at her wedding, and I didn't even remember that till I saw the pictures.
Yeah, they lived together
when I was pregnant. She went to Lamaze class with me, and I lived with her. I don't know that. I mean, the list goes on. She saved me a million times. We did rafting trips, and
she taught me how to camp.
Tina was adventure, and she was freedom, and God, I'm really, really gonna miss her, and I'm gonna try and remember that she's still there and that she's inside of me, because she shared that with me. She made me a better person, and I'm gonna stop talking now.
Howdy again. I'm Leslie. Tina and I went to school together. I already said this in there, but I'm gonna say it again for you. We started. We met each other in a textile class, silk painting on silk, and she was a magnificent painter on silk. I went on to make canvases, but she would always show me her newest things that she created. She was a great artist, and life got in the way. Life got in the way. She needed to pay the rent. She needed to do jobs that were to pay the rent, you know? And so she, on occasion, let her art slide. And then she would come back to it. And over these years, and just recently, like a year ago, I was talking to her and she said she had just invested in a studio. She started painting again and making beautiful things again. And she had this wonderful tailor, the seamstress here named Carolina, who sewed her beautiful, beautiful paintings into gorgeous garments. And it was so lovely to see those. And the fact that she was co-creating still to this point. She always co-created everything and inspired everybody. I want to say one more thing about inspiration. We had a Halloween party about the arts in New York. Everybody came as your favorite art or artist or piece of whatever. And she came, funny enough, as lack of inspiration. It was, yeah, it was this thing she painted. It was like The Kiss by it was, anyway, sorry. But she had this beautiful painting here, and then it was an Austrian artist, and it had gold in it, and then it just had all these, Klimt, it was Gustav Klimt. And then the whole thing, it's got just all these words about not being inspired. And what she was doing was she was speaking for everybody who couldn't. And that's what Tina did. And she found her community here in Austin. And for all those people who aren't here, and who, she really has a beautiful house here and great friends, and it really touched the whole world. So anyway, thank you very much.
Let's see, what do I want to say? Oh, I want to talk about how very curious it's been lately with having her visit me. So Tinsa, that's my nickname for her. Tinsa Louise is who we call Tina in my household. And I don't know why my husband thought that that was a good nickname, but that is who she was in our household. And so Auntie Teens has been visiting me since she passed over, and she obviously is continuing to have a sense of humor because the way that she's doing it is through my telephone, and other places too. But so I'm noticing over the last week and a half that my phone is zooming in and out, actually zooming out to make the whole image on the phone much bigger than the original image is. And she actually used my phone one day years ago and couldn't read the screen, so she showed me how to triple tap or double tap or whatever you do to make the phone enlarge the image or the text. And one of the jokes was always that anytime I picked up her phone, the text was in a 50 font, size, and it was ridiculous. But so since I don't use the zoom in, zoom out feature of my phone because I'm not challenged in that way, but it just happened again yesterday where I was with a client and I was trying to show a client a video on my phone, and I set the phone down on the table while the video downloaded from the cloud, and I looked down and the image had zoomed out while I was talking to him. And this has happened numerous times, and it's happening when I'm not touching the phone. So, to me, that is absolutely her telling me that she's here and with me. and ironic because she's using technology, which she loathed. And so, yeah, that is kind of an interesting thing. There's plenty of other things that are happening which are meaningful to me, like driving here today, and I reach into my makeup bag, which is a big scary bag of all kinds of cosmetics, and I pull out a tiny little vial of peppermint beadlets, and she made me join doTERRA essential oils a couple of years ago. And this was like, I hadn't used these beadlets and I don't know how long. And I'm putting on my lipstick, coming over here, and here are these beadlets. So, I mean, I guess we find meaning where we're looking for it, but she seems to be ever present, and I can't believe that she's gone, but I'm grateful that she's allowing me to see that she loves me still.
This is John Hart, and I just wanted to say that of the lessons that my thick-headed self was able to pick up from Tina, one of the best was go with the flow, and she will be missed terribly, and today has been an absolutely beautiful day, and fittingly so, and I don't know, it's the sort of time where you just don't come up with enough words to say, but thank you, Tina.
Tina, I love you. I love your whole family. Spend eternity in love and laughter.
My name is Annika Bolding, and my aunt gave me something amazing. She gave me my passion for arts. When I found out about her passing, I was heartbroken. Later I went to my room and I wrote. I find writing a type of art. So my aunt had given me, my Aunt Pam had given me a photo album that I never quite had found a use for. And then at that moment I did. I got out a marker and a small sheet of paper, and I wrote a letter to her, and I put it in that album. I think I've written about 3. The next day we went to our grandma's, and that evening, I was sitting out on the porch, and I was looking up at the Sandia Mountains. I saw little tiny rock formations, and one, it was straight up, and then the top was it was bigger, like it had flouncy hair, like Aunt Tina did. And there were this whole line all the way across the mountain of them. And I had a thought. Well, it's more of a phrase, actually. It was, she's on the hike to heaven. I feel like everybody has a certain way to die. And sometimes it may not be pleasant. Sometimes it's just of old age or a disease. And everyone, God's way of, Tina's way of passing was being sick. I feel like that was her destiny. I loved her very much. My life will never be the same without her.